Hey everybody, I kind of just threw this mod pack together. We're gonna call it modded modded 116 episode 1. I know, super original. Oh crap. Alright, start fall damage. But I did give up on Project C-Tech. I tried to redo a world and I thought it would be okay, but when I went back into it, I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this. So I'm just not doing it. I have a bonus chest around here somewhere too, but this was here and I figured we'd get it. Now I was gonna jump in to try to do Burden Souls, but I asked somebody if they wanted to like collab with me. I guess is that what the cool YouTubers call it? so so I'm kind of waiting for a definitive answer on that part on that whole endeavor. Um, I'm not really holding my breath. Like, dude doesn't seem all that interested in being my friend. But that's alright. I think I'll live. I did without friends before. I can continue right along that path. Anyways, I want to get to the top of this mountain, see if I can find the bonus chest. That's what I want to do. And this is normal startup. You're not really missing much. Gonna gonna go and figure out some magic way of climbing this freaking hillside, and then we're gonna go and see what we can do. I don't have ore excavate in here. I kind of just threw a bunch of mods together that I liked and called it a mod pack. It's kind of pretty much like I used Team Rustic as a base, and then I added mods from all the mods to it, and it seems fairly stable, but I want you to pay close attention to my wording here. When when this thing decides it's not going to work anymore, not if, when, um, I think I'm going to try to do the Pixelmon servers, or um, I'm going to go through a Burden Souls, because uh, I don't know if Burden Souls is going to work properly. It should. I did test it a little bit, but I don't. I don't really know. Like I didn't really want to get back to the Pixelmon server because of what happened in the past. But I think we'll pick a different color server and go from there, because I know that'll run on my computer. So I mean, I'll just talk to the least amount of people as pretty much possible, and try to make like a positive experience of it. It's like being a member in games, though. If you can't talk to people and trade and socialize, there isn't a whole ton of reason to be on a server in the first place. But it's right back to the thing: is the drama worth it? You know, is I mean, doing the best I can on my own might be better than the drama, if that makes sense. Well, I'm sure there's some of you out there that get what I'm saying, and I'm sure there's some of you out there that's like, you know, one of them. You're like, well, if you was one of us, then you'd be a cool guy, and you wouldn't have to worry about fitting in. Well, sorry, that's not how I do things. Alright. Someday I'll get to the top of this mountain, eventually. I wasn't going to start this now, but I am so bored. Like, I don't even know. Like, there's nothing to do. And it's like, there's no snow outside, so I can't shovel. But it's not warm enough for me to really want to take a walk anywhere. I don't have any appointments coming up. I don't really have too many reasons to go shopping right now. Like, I don't have much of anything to actually do. So I'm like, you know what? We might as well hop in and, play a little Minecraft, waste a little time. You know, what what better way to waste time than Minecraft, right? I do really want my bonus chests. That's kind of why I... You've got to be kidding me. That's kind of why I added that feature. But I don't have a clue where it's at. I spawned down there somewhere, I think. So I'm assuming it's up here somewhere. If I don't find it soon, we'll just say, you know, forget it and move on. But, you know, gotta give it a good old try. I got in touch with a guy that kind of instigated the 2019 challenge that I did, and I asked him if he wanted to do another challenge, and he said he would take it into consideration. I told him that, you know, I'd publish it myself and figure it out myself and get people to do it myself, but I don't have that many people following me like he does, so found it, yay! So I was waiting to see if he does it, then I might go use some of the money I have left over and buy a new camcorder, which will probably be a crappy one again because I don't have, you know, I don't have the means to do anything super fancy, but then it'll give me something cool to do, like joining in a challenge like that, which was pretty entertaining. So I kind of want saplings from all the trees. I don't really care so much about the rest of it. Just if I can get a sapling, then I can grow them later. You're kidding me, right? Or excavate would be nice. I can't believe I didn't put that in the pack. I guess it's probably because it has silent gear, and that's a good way to it's a good way to get like lumberjack axes and stuff. And I didn't want to make that function obsolete. Um, a lot of packs do that. Like they'll add like vanilla hammers or vanilla lumberjack axes or whatever, and you know they'll add silent gear on top of that. And I'm like, why? Like, why would you do that? It's like the dumbest thing. Like, vanilla hammers is something awesome. If you're playing vanilla with no other mods, like, you know, then it's cool. But if you have like silent mechanism or mining gadgets or any of that kind of junk, like, what's the point? Tinker's Construct, which I'm not sure if that made it to 116 or not. I would be really surprised if it didn't make it through 116. Eventually, at least. Maybe not right away, but really surprised if Tinker's Construct doesn't make it through. But then again, I've seen better mods kind of just fade away. I got introduced to a mod when I was doing Sky Factory. It was called Matter Overdrive. I think that mod is like fantastic. Like, I wish somebody would take it upon themselves to remake that mod pretty much identical the way it is. Like, I can't think of too many ways to make it better. And it just upsets me that it just kind of like stopped, you know? Because that was like one mod that it wasn't crazy overbearing on the computer. It wasn't super like demanding. It could easily fit into a light pack. It had great power generation early game and late game. Cool mechanics. I don't think actually the mechanics were pretty standard, I would say, but it had some cool functions. Like, I mean, given enough time, you could turn cobblestone into emeralds, and I thought that was like super cool. Like, it took a lot of time and a lot of power, but if you made one of the black hole thingies, time and or power was not a big deal. And if you had it run automated and automated-esque, and what kind of tree is this? Is this limewood? I don't have Wayla in here either. Man, I'm a failure. Pine. That is one ugly pine tree. Well, it's getting to be dark. Anyways, we're just gonna not worry about that one. Here's another one over here. We can snag a Like a sapling. Oh, I was like, what the heck? It's berry bushes. Gotta love those berry bushes. But hopefully he gets back to me about actually doing something like that, because I think that would be, like, super entertaining. What the heck is that? Run towards the thing you don't know. You certainly look like a bad thing. Let's not deal with that and the skeleton. I'm gonna die. It's dark. I'm gonna die. There's another one of those things. Also another chest. Right here. Do I have wood? Can I... Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm stuck. Oh jeez. Hey, can you just not kill me, maybe? Alright. Um... There we go. Oh boy. Alright, that was genuinely a little bit on the worried side. Can I hit you? Oh, I can hit you through that. Alright. Now let's hop into here and grab our axe. Come on back. Oh. Alright, whatever. So we're 11 minutes in. I guess this is as good a place as any to start a base, because I'm not going to sit here and wait till daylight, because then your guys are going to be bored, and I wouldn't want to put you through the same torture I went through, or am going through, because I'm not that heartless. So we're going to try to keep it moving and keep it entertaining. That's what we're going to do. I think this has most of the mods I wanted to try out, aside from Mahao Tsukai, some mod that's obviously of a foreign origin. It seems really cool, but I was afraid of adding too many things that were too big into this mod pack, because I figured it'd be more trouble than it's worth eventually. So, how far does this go? Like, am I going through a mountain? I think I'm going through a mountain. Sorry, you're breaking up. You're going through a tunnel. I ain't got no food. Oh, I do have food. That chest, it must have had some bread. I did happen to go and cook up some garlic potatoes and cauliflower with some butter. Baked it for a while. I think I cooked it maybe a little too long, because everything was thoroughly cooked, I'll tell you that. Or maybe I should have did, like, pre-cooked the potatoes a little bit and then threw the other stuff in, because, like, the cauliflower and the garlic got a little mushy. But you know what? I'm not a professional chef. I never be able to compare to a lot of professional chefs, but I'm pretty good for a normal strange guy that just likes to cook. I'm pretty happy with the. Did I just? Okay, I did get that. I'm pretty happy with my. Oh, it's broken. I'm pretty happy with being able with my current cooking skills. I'm pretty happy. So let's do that. Let's do this. That really isn't going to connect. Like, you're playing me right now, right? That's a little better. I can't open it because of that. That's hilarious. Alright, that's better. Let's just dump out a bunch of this junk. And I will keep the wood, because I'm probably going to need every bit of that as I can get. Did I make that crafting table? Did I like just do that and just not realize it? Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's see what blueprints we got. I am hoping for a katana. Um, oh, there's the stuff. Oh, it gave me a dagger and a normal sword. What is this, vanilla? Oh well. Normal sword's kind of cool, so let's just do it. Get some stone here. We're gonna grab that last piece of wood. It's probably gonna need it too. Turn everything into planks. And I think we could do stone rods, right? Yeah. So let's just do stone rods right off the bat. We're gonna do a stone sword with a stone rod. Very original. Dagger's good for... The dagger's good for making the one-time use things. So if I can't find blue dye, we'll have another method. And we'll make a pickaxe. Probably would be a bad idea to have a shovel too, but we'll work on that at some point. This is good for now. We can hop into here, drop off all our blueprints, and bam. And I actually didn't need any of that wood, but you know, it's better to safe than sorry, I suppose. Make a furnace. I guess I took out all the crafting tweaky stuff too. Oh well, it's whatever. Like I said, when this thing explodes, then, you know, I'll move on to something else. But for now, we're alright. That's usually my theory. Like, I was talking to the neighbor, and I was going up there pretty often. I was, you know, making friends, so to speak. And eventually it got to the point where it does with pretty much everything that they were, I'm not sure the correct way of putting it, but they were trying to, they're making me feel like they didn't want me around, and that's kind of like kind of the best way of putting it. And I'm like, you know what? If you don't want me around, just open the fat mouth of yours and say, hey, you know what? I don't want you here, because I'll just go find something else to do. But they're like, oh, if I didn't want you here, I'd just said so. And I'm like, well, it certainly doesn't. I certainly don't feel wanted, and I might be like, you know, I might be a little bit, you know, maybe just reading into it a little too much, but it's certainly how it feels. And, you know, you don't want me here, that's fine. I'll go do something else. But, you know, don't be that way. Don't be that person that's like, you know, I don't know how to put it. Like, I go and I spend a lot of my life where I'm like, I don't want to be this way, I don't want to be that way, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But I find myself doing it myself, where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to judge people before knowing them, but every once in a while I catch myself doing it. And the same thing goes for, like, treating somebody nice to their face, whenever I would really like to punch them repeatedly, until, like, loss of consciousness or life. But I don't, because it's socially unacceptable to bludgeon somebody to death with your bare fists. So, yeah. But, I treat everybody nice, even though I view most people as complete scum. Not because I think they're beneath me, just some of the stuff that they do. Like, how they could treat one person one way, and treat another person a completely different way, just because of how much money they make, or who they're friends with. Like, it disgusts me. So, you know, but instead of treating them that way, I guess I'm kind of fake as well, because instead of treating them like how I actually feel, you know, I try to be polite. So it's like a fine line. It's a hard thing to balance on. How do you go and be yourself and treat somebody with the true emotions and true intent that you feel towards them without, straight up just being a, you know, not so good of a person? Because let's put it this way: if I told everybody how I felt about them, I would either get arrested for sexual harassment or punched in the face. So, so I mean, being fake isn't always a bad thing, but it's one thing that I oppose more than anything in the world. To be fair, I mean, I think a lot of the sexual harassment-y kind of laws are kind of BS. I mean, take the compliment. If somebody's that interested in you that they vocalize it and they have the balls to say it out loud, take the compliment. Don't just be like, hey, sorry, I got a man, or hey, sorry, I'm not interested. But there's a lot of people that seek that as an opportunity to ruin lives. Like, oh, that guy just said I got a nice butt. Sexual harassment. Tase him. Tase him. you know, like, okay, so this chick, right? I was up at I was up shopping, and I just got done cutting my beard with a pair of scissors. So I was doing it. I did it myself, just to kind of see if I could do it, and it was getting a little bushy. But I met this girl, and I'm like, hey, what do you think of my beard? And she's like, oh, I like it. And I was like, that's cool, maybe it made me pretty happy, like kind of like schoolgirl, like, oh my gosh, she likes my beard, kind of happy. And I was gonna go back up later and see if I could run into her, and I was gonna try to like, get her to come do something with me, but I mean, there's a fine line I'm walking there as well. Like, I want that sense of companionship, but I don't want to cause anybody else trouble or drag anybody else down with me with whatever's going on in my life, making things more complicated. So, I don't want to make it harder for somebody else. But with that being said, spending some time with the opposite sex isn't exactly a bad thing, especially considering some yeah, anyways. Um, so I was gonna go up to her if I seen her again. I was gonna be like, man, you know what? I was I was hoping I got to see you again because I haven't had a girl make me feel that good with her mouth in a long time. But I decided that was probably a bad idea. Me, the intent being to be like how she complimented my beard, but I wanted that vibe to come across. But I was like, you know what? She's either gonna not remember me and take that as a huge creep comment, but I'm like, how can I make this girl happy? How can I make this girl smile without being, you know, the conventional methods don't really work anymore. Like, I have, I used to have, I used to be okay at, getting what I wanted from the opposing gender, but I I've been kind of out of practice because I hate this town, I hate this world, and I just feel like a completely different person when I'm here, and I don't have the confidence I usually have that I have other places because whatever this place does to me. But anyways, so I was like, and then like another thing is like I thought she was working in the toy section, so I was like, that's probably even worse to like say something like that out loud in the toy section. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna scrap all that and I'll just be alone for the rest of my life because I'm gonna end up getting like in some sort of trouble, or I'm gonna end up making this girl's life harder just by like voicing my interest. So I just decided not to, and yeah, there's the story. Sorry, I'm just kind of like mining and rambling. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do right now. Um, so I'm kind of just gonna turn this into like my house area. I was hoping to run into like, oh, I don't know, one piece of iron maybe. There's no map in... I didn't put a map in this mod pack? Man, I'm a slacker. Okay, next time you see me, next time we're in this mod pack, there's probably going to be some sort of map, even if it's like Antique Atlas. Like, it's going to be some sort of map in here. That's from the very least. I think we'll skip on ore excavation. Mining's a little methodical. Methodical? I don't know the word I'm trying to use. And yeah, so I don't know. There's some things you learn about me this episode. It's some information you guys probably didn't care about, but you know. Hey, just think about it this way. If I ever do become famous, you guys can use all this against me to make yourself feel like you're a bigger person than I am. There, see? I'm helping you in the long run. So when and if I ever get any kind of fame, it'll be less work for you guys to tear me down a peg or two. You can just be like, oh, do you remember when this guy said that? That's how like fame and stuff works, right? Like you work to get something and then everybody like tries to figure out how quickly they can break you down. I kind of feel like that's how fame works. I walk past like the cash registers and junk, and I see like people's faces plastered all over magazines about like, oh my gosh, you know, Justin Bieber just had a sex change, and I'm like, good for him. Who cares? Like, how is other people so wrapped up in these people's lives that they actually make like front page of anything? But Justin Bieber, as far as I know, did not have a sex change. But I'm just saying, like, I look through them and I'm like, who the heck actually buys these things and reads about this stuff? Like, why can't it be like, oh, you know, Justin Bieber is researching the cure for cancer, not, oh, Justin Bieber just decided to get hair plugs to keep his youthfulness or something, you know? I don't know why I'm using Justin Bieber as a reference. He just seems to be like, in my opinion, he seems to be like a really easily targeted person for various reasons. But I don't particularly have anything against him. I don't particularly like him either. But not actually, I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but the the things that people make famous and the things people say about people, like real life, small towns, in magazines about famous people, not famous people, it's just a bunch of crap. Like, it's just a whole bunch of crap. First off, these people shouldn't be getting paid that much in the first place just to be entertaining. Secondly, like, people shouldn't be trying to crush the fame out from underneath them as soon as they get it. Like, I'm sure some level of work went into becoming a hot topic, so to speak. So, who gives people the right to butt into their lives and business? What do I know? I'm just some loser from a small town that, I don't know. Just, yeah, that's the end of that story too. I'm just a loser, so who cares? Alright, guys. Nice chit chat. Good talking. I'll let you know if we get to the challenge or whatnot. I'll let you know if I'm going to continue with this pack for too long or whatnot. I think this is going to be home for the most part. I'll probably mine this out, pretty it up. I want to try to keep the walls like 3 thick, so that I can like run wires and stuff behind the walls. I think that's super. I think it's just cleaner that way. So I think I'm going to raise the roof. Probably. Sorry. I'm probably going to raise the roof up 1 or 2, and then go down to the floor 1 so I can inlay it instead of it being like on top of this. So, do a little off-camera work, something to do. Mostly just killing time. And we'll go from there. I haven't done an underground house in a while, so it'll be kind of nice. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys are entertained. I noticed Pokehon Craft has not had an update yet. And I noticed that a lot of people that started watching my channel was due to Pokemon and the Pokemon trading card game. So apparently Pokemon's still like a pretty big thing. So, you know, I'm glad to have you guys. The more the merrier. Check out what I'm doing. Hopefully I can get back into real life stuff. I don't know how many of you guys like that kind of stuff, and I'm sure my camera's crappy to most people's quality, but it's what I can afford, it's what I can do, and I'm going to make the best of what I can, how I can, because if I got taught one thing in my entire life, that is probably the one thing that was actually useful. Make the best you can with what you got. But until then, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.